Guidance for the blind presents, another useful video for visually impaired people.
Record. Hello there. In today's video, I am going to speak to you about what is the best method of studying as a visually impaired person. The first method that most of the people use is through oral studies, that is, they learn with the help of their parents, teachers, siblings, etc. That is, for example, they take an answer and the parent reads out the question aloud, then reads out the first point of the answer, the student repeats, then again the parent reads, again the student repeats until the student learns. Then after when the student is learned the point, the parent or the guardian proceeds, and this is how you learn the entire portion. That is one method of studying. But since that method does not let you remain independent and you have to remain always dependent on people to study, there is one more method which you could use to study. That is by purchasing braille books. You should make sure that you have learned braille. If you don't know about what is braille, I have made 2 videos. That is one on how to write braille alphabets and how to write numbers in braille. So you could watch those. And you should know how to read and write braille, and for that you should purchase textbooks in braille and study from those textbooks. This helps you study most independently, and it's a very effective method. Since I have noticed that the subjects which others teach me are learned by me slower than the subjects which I learn on my own. So it's a very effective method that you study by reading the textbook, and that is on your own. As we know that the guides of every individual textbook is very expensive, so it's not necessary to study the question answers from the guides. What you have to do is just open a particular chapter and make sure that you learn all the important points from the chapter, learn the important paragraphs, learn the important sentences, learn the important points. And that's it. Then any question that is asked from that chapter, that you will be able to answer. So that is how you could study very effectively, because you will be able to answer any question that will be asked from that chapter. Because as we know that no question comes from outside your textbook, like outside the chapter in exams, right? Every question comes from within the chapter or within the textbooks. All the questions might not be textual. Some questions might be framed by the teacher, by her or him own self. But that question might not be there behind in the question answer section, but the answer to that question might be there in the chapter. So if you have studied the textbook, then you will even be able to answer these questions. So this is a very effective method of studying, and as we know that the answers and guides are very complicated. There is one question, and that same question is asked in another way in another question, and the answer is written in another way. So that just wastes your time, and you have big chapters and you read and you become tired. So that is not what you should do. So you should make sure that you study from the braille books. So that's the method suggested by me. Some people also study through audio recordings, but that's not a method which I would prefer, since phone is a very dangerous thing. Not because there are radiations coming out of it, but because the mind is very diverted when you study through phone. Like even if a notification comes, so you want to just go and check that what has happened, who messaged me, etc. etc. So I don't think that studying through audio recording is what I prefer. If you think that that's an effective method for you, then you can most certainly go for it. If you don't have braille textbooks, so until you don't purchase them, try to go on YouTube and try to find chapters which are read aloud by people and listen to those. If you can't even find them, then go to Google and just quickly search the chapter and then use insta reader to convert that chapter to audio. Copy the website link, paste it in insta reader, and just use insta reader to read the chapter. That will be very effective. Even though you might not learn the chapter, but you will understand the concept, you'll grasp the concept, and that is how you'll be able to answer questions. So these are some of the methods which visually impaired people can use to study. So tell me which method you would prefer the most. So that's it guys for today. Until next time. Bye bye.
Hi everyone. If you like my video, so please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. If you have any doubt, then you can write it in the comments section down below. I will try to answer it soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.